Hi, Antonio. So, thank you for your time today for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here today. I'm a big fan of Jack Investment Club, so congratulations for all your work. My name is Antonio. I'm actually Italian, as you can tell from my accent, which is very strong. But I've been living in Indonesia for almost 10 years right now.
So, what is your occupation? What do you do for a living?
Ya, aku satu founder WeNetwork. WeNetwork, we are a recruitment firm. We started the business in 2020, January 2020, just right before COVID. At this point, we have also expanded our network across other countries in Southeast Asia and Asia Pacific. So we have offices in Indonesia, then we expanded to Singapore, Australia, and right now we are expanding to two additional countries. One is Japan, which I'm very excited about, mostly because I'm also an anime fan. And second is Vietnam, which is one of the fastest growing country in Southeast Asia. But what we do is pretty straightforward. We are a recruitment firm, so we try to bridge talents with companies for potential job opportunities.
So, could you share some insights into your role, like in WeNetwork? What are you doing there?
Sure. I'm in charge actually to empower our team in making sure that we're delivering the best quality and services for our clients and candidates. On the other side, I'm also in charge of maintaining and building relationship with our network of stakeholders, and that could be clients, candidates, private equity, VC firm that we collaborate. And I'm also in charge to support our expansion beyond Indonesia.
So, like you said before, WeNetwork has several offices in several countries, right? So, are there any differences in the problems you face, like in Indonesia and in another country?
Actually, a lot, and that's I think is one of the funniest part of my job, because we deal with people, as mentioned earlier, and people have different expectations, they have different family background, they have different cultures, and I think the main challenge is trying to understand the different nuances between all these countries and how people think.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what is the specific challenges you face in Indonesia specifically?
In Indo, for the past 10 years that I've been here, I think the main challenge has always been on the shortage of talents in some specific area. However, I also want to emphasize on how Indonesia has grown in the last couple of years, not only as a country, but also on the quality skill set of the Indonesian talents. And so thanks Nadiem Makarim and all the Ministry of Education for all the work that they're doing in educating the new workforce. And also congratulations to every single talent that, especially during COVID, decided to upskill. But shortage of talent has always been probably the main challenge for businesses.
So, building a team is a significant accomplishment, right, for any business, because a great team could really take you places. So, can you talk about your strategies in finding the right team?
Yeah, one advice that I give to businesses and my friends, families, when they come to me asking for advice about recruitment, is that one of the main problem that I've seen is that people are usually reactive to recruitment rather than being proactive. And in order to build the right team, you also need to take time in investing your time in talking with them and trying to understand if they're actually a fit for your long-term vision or not. What happen most of the time, including in our business, right, is that we are reactive to recruitment activities. So you actually start looking for people when you really need them. Right talents doesn't mean always gonna be probably the best fit 100% for the role, but maybe someone that you can see you can nurture in the business and in the role itself. So be proactive, guys. So start recruitment now.
So, especially with the rapid evolution in the technological sector, how do you stay updated on industry trends and changes to ensure effective recruitment strategy?
Ya, setiap hari kalau aku bangun, first thing I do is check Investment Club market updates. I actually do it for real because whatever industry you're in, you need to get a better understanding of what's going on globally and locally. So I read a lot of news, and I'm a big believer that technology will disrupt a lot of businesses, including mine, at some point of time. But that disruption will come as well with some challenges, and I think by being up to what's happening in the market, you can understand the trends and maybe be part of it rather than be disrupted.
So now talking a little bit about investment, do you have any personal investment strategy?
Dulu enggak, and I think that was my mistake growing up. Started properly investing when, not that it was too late, but I could have done it better before. Dulu aku lagi cari hype, easy money, trying to follow trends, and I think that was a mistake that I've made. What I spend most of my time is actually trying to learn where I want to be in terms of my investment strategy, and now I have a long-term goal that I want to achieve, and what I'm doing and what I've done is actually diversifying as well my investment asset. So I got private equity investment, I invest in the Danareksa, I invest in single stocks, goods as well. I'm still working in progress. That's because of my mistakes. So guys, learn first before applying.
Start investing.
Yeah.
So do you have any favorite investment instrument?
Yeah, I think kita bisa like some products right now, which I use on a daily basis. Majority of my investment right now is actually focusing on building my Danareksa portfolio, and I use YoInvest, which is by Shalendra, and I also use Barexa. So shout out to the guys, great work. I love the UI UX, very easy to understand, and it's helping me in building my my wealth on the Danareksa side. So right now I'm enjoying using it a lot.
What is your best investment?
That's a very hard question to answer. Mungkin nggak ada, tapi if I wanna look at the potential, what's gonna be my best investment in the future is the investment that I'm making on myself, the company that I'm building, and on the passive side of investment, I think it's actually the what I'm doing with my ETF mutual fund Danareksa right now, because I think it's building me a wealth that it will be very relevant in the future. Tapi kalau best investment, I had few good experience with some small exit in the private equity side, but they've been balanced with some very bad not exit.
So after talking about your best investment, do you have any worst investment?
Oh, banyak. The way I've been looking at this with time, I realized that it's also part of the learning experience. So even though economically some were not actually great investment, I've learned a lot, and I've learned that I'm probably not emotionally stable enough to be a stock trader. Right now a lot of people talk about the fact that to be a trader in the stock market, you also need to have balls, right? You need to know when to pull the plug, you need to know when to buy and sell. I'm actually the opposite. I don't sell, I hold, and that's often is actually the problem. But I've learned from it, and even though it sounds like a plug, that's why, for example, my favorite investment instrument is actually the ETF and the Danareksa side, because there is not as much emotional attachment to it. Aku gak pinter buat stock, so better not. So I think one suggestion that I can give everyone, there is no one instrument that fits all. You just need to pick what really rely with your goals and as well your emotional stability.
How do you allocate your monthly budget?
That's again learning in process. Right now I allocate part of my monthly income to the Danareksa side. I also percentage of my income I save it for potential private equity investment if there is any opportunity coming in. Tapi the most consistent saving in terms of investment is actually on the mutual funds, which however the market is going, I don't even look at the market when I do invest, but I just do it regularly, and that's something that probably I can tell everyone, guys, start early because you'll see benefits in the future. I didn't, and I regret it. Work in progress.